attack being waged against our sisters and brothers. We stand in solidarity with them today and against Rahm Emanuel. And today we're here to give a big unwelcome from the poor and working people of Milwaukee to Rahm Emanuel. We don't want your union busting. We don't want your anti-women laws. We don't want your racist laws. We want you out of our city. Be in solidarity by saying something about the #1 demand of Trayvon Martin's family, and that's to arrest Zimmerman now. Arrest Zimmerman now. Arrest Zimmerman now. Arrest Zimmerman now.
Anyway.
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do? Stand up, fight back. What do we do? Stand up, fight back.
The reason we're out here is because the teachers came up here to support us last February and March on several occasions. They brought busloads of supporters and kids, up to the Capitol occupation. So this is just called solidarity.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, what I do know what's been happening to the schools, I would take everybody in Wisconsin back to 1993 when Tommy Thompson and the Republicans, with the help of some Democrats, put revenue controls on the schools and the salary cap on teachers. So they really stripped the rights of teachers to bargain 18 years ago. And in that time, we've seen an erosion of the quality of education in the state, the number of resources available to kids. If you go on the website more recently, the Institute for Wisconsin's Future, they've done a wonderful job documenting the reduction in state aid. That $800 million in 1 year that Walker has stripped from public education funding and basically turned over to the corporations. So school districts like Kenosha, school districts like Janesville, Milton, where I live, we're watching them grapple with the staffing questions and threats of layoff. We've seen layoffs in many school districts. So even though Walker's touting that he's cutting taxes and creating jobs, he's a liar. The documents and the data, the real hard data reflects otherwise. So, and who suffers? The kids ultimately at the end of the day. And then, what type of society do we want to live in? Where once my two daughters had a strings program in 4th grade, we've got a 10-year-old son. There's no musical instruments being offered anymore.
That would be my question. Like, what kind of society do you want to live in?
That's right.
Without all the without a public education.
That's right.
Basically.
That's right.
So I think that's what they're trying to do: get rid of public education altogether, give it over to the corporations.
That's right. So it becomes a fait accompli: underfund it and run it into the ground, and then say it's failing and turn it over to the private sector.
So my name is Paul Napier. I am from the Illinois Nurses Association. We are facing the privatization of all of our neighborhood health centers that provide primary care services, preventative care services to the poorest people in the city of Chicago. Our aldermen will not even schedule meetings with us. We cannot get public hearings to discuss the impacts of these closures and of these privatizations of our clinics. Yesterday, one of our aldermen, Willie Cochran, who introduced the resolution to call for public hearings, withdrew that resolution under threats from Rahm Emanuel. It will cost $2 million for the city of Chicago to save our public health clinics. How much will it cost when we lose lives because of Rahm Emanuel's plans?
Well, you know what? Until he loses his own, he won't care.
That's right, because he doesn't send his children to our schools. He doesn't use our clinics. Rahm Emanuel thinks he's above the people of Chicago.
Yes, he does.
So I'm here to say, we are voters.
Yes.
I represent nurses. We provide the care to the city. We will not be voting for Rahm Emanuel. We will not be voting for his machine.
No.
And in May, we will be out in the streets protesting his regime.
We want to beat back the bank attack. We want to beat back the bank